We appreciate that. I'll tell you that much. We, like I said, we always love to come here. Always a great thrill. I wanted to tell you about a fella I met here that you may not believe this story, but it's a fact with my hand up. As a matter of fact, the fella that is here with us right now. I was out in the lobby, and I had this man come up to me, and I was talking with Marvin Norcross with a record company about names of people. I was telling him about a second cousin of mine and what his name was. And I was telling him about this fella. He come up to me and he shook hands with me. He's about 6'5". He weighed about 250 pounds, all muscle. He had two hands on him, looked like two Tennessee country hounds. He said, I got the Rattlesnake record and I've been wanting to meet you. And then he told me his name, Francis Coleman. And I couldn't help but be amazed that this big giant of a man's name was Francis. I couldn't figure out how come anybody would want to name anybody that big Francis. Of course, I know he wasn't that big when they named him Francis. And really, I don't know what my complaint is. My name's Wendell. That ain't exactly what you'd expect to come up dressed in armor riding on a white charger, And it cost me. My name being Wendell ever more cost me. It made me a born loser. When I was a kid, I suffered more on account of my name. A lot of you might have suffered on account of your name, but I remember I used to walk to school. And the kids that rode on the streetcar, the rich kids, used to come by me and say, "Win in the bag, bag in the well, win bag, win bag." It'd nearly kill me. It'd just nearly kill me. That means a lot to a kid. And I always wondered why my daddy didn't name me Buffalo Bill Bagwell or something, instead of Wendell. But ever since that, I believe he marked me with a name, and ever since then, last week, I bought a suit with 2 pair of pants and tore a hole in the coat. A born loser. I had this second cousin of mine that I envied with all my heart. He was named after an Egyptian king. What do you think of that? I had a second cousin named after an Egyptian king. His name was Fayrow. You talk about being proud. I grew up with him, and he strutted around everywhere telling people he is named after an Egyptian king. He wasn't ashamed of his name. He told everybody he saw his name was Fayrow. Of course, I never have thought he spelled it right. You see, his daddy heard the preacher preaching about it. He never did see it wrote down. And I don't believe F-A-Y-R-O-W is right. Matter of fact, one day I got old Fayrow. We was out there playing, and I told him so. I said, "Buddy, I don't believe you spelling your name right." I said, "I believe there's a P in there. I believe it's P-F-A-Y-R-O-W." Made him mad. Old Fayrow said, "I look like a fool running around telling everybody my name's Fayrow." But I'll tell you one thing, Francis. I'm glad I met you. It sure is going to make my Uncle Christine feel a whole lot better.